Hi, welcome back to Far From Eden, where we're really far away from the perfect Garden of Eden and we're trying to navigate all this feminism garbage. Anyway, I thought of something else I wanted to share with you guys. So, two stories. When I first moved into this apartment, which I've lived here for a year, let's see, how far was I? How long was it? How long? A few months. It had been a few months, right? And everybody's so nice to me around here, like super nice. And I got a note kind of stuck in my door. And then I was like, oh, sometimes you get notes from like the main office saying there's going to be an inspection or whatever, the bug guy's coming around or something like that. So I was like, okay. So I pulled it out and I read it. I wish I'd saved it. No. And it's like, you are so beautiful. This is, I forget what else it said. You're so beautiful. And if you don't want to contact me, I'll understand. But here's my phone number. And this is like, she put her apartment, or I gave it away. They put their apartment, right? And I thought, wow, this guy is bold. And I couldn't wait to tell you guys about it. I can't believe it's taken me this long. I've been through some crap. I don't know if we'll talk about that, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, so I got this sort of secret admirer, but not so secret, because they put their apartment number and their phone number. And I was like, well, all right, this is awkward. So I get on my phone and I'm trying to figure out, who is this? Because I'm like, pretty much I've met everybody. I can't figure out who it is. Maybe it's one of the people who doesn't come out very often and they're like peeking through, watching me walk my dog around. I don't know. So I'm kind of like, well, it's really bold for a guy. That's what I thought. Like, he's really approached me. Like, that's not normal for a guy. Well, no, it isn't. Because one of the ladies who lives in that building drove past me one day, like as she was leaving the complex, and she kind of slows down and she said, oh yeah, that note's from, so-and-so. And I kind of was like, she goes, yeah, she's a lesbian. And I was like, I don't know what my face looked like, you guys. Sometimes I'm like, oh, my face. If it's shocked, it'll be like, okay. Like this is awkward. So it was from a woman. That's why it was bold. And then Valentine's Day, I guess that does say when it was. And then Valentine's Day, I get like a cupcake and like, what else was there? Like some other candies or something. And I'm like, come on. Like, on what? It's so bold, right? A woman can get away with that. And even like gay and then just approaching me, I don't know what about me screams, that's what I'm into. But it's funny because a guy would never do that, because he'd be like, oh my gosh, there's going to be false accusations. I'm going to be humiliated, all the rest of it. So my instinct was right that this is very unusual for a man. Speaking of men, today I was at the post office, and I have a post office, something about the post office in one of my previous videos, because I think I did. Good Lord, if I didn't, I need to tell you that story. But anyway, so I went to the post office, and they've got like, I know the guys that work there, I've seen them be berated by a female like worker who's maybe their superior, but like talks to them like they're trash, and they just are just basically the men folk who need to keep shoveling the snow, and keep doing what they're supposed to do. And anyway, so I stuck up for them one day and everything. So I kind of feel like, and I told them, well, I'm an MRA, so I'm going to notice when, men are being treated like trash. And anyway, and of course it's the post office, so they have the like sign up for the draft things, do the right thing. So I see that and I'm like, and I almost turned it around so you couldn't see it. Actually, I almost took the flyers out, then I almost turned it around. I was like, no, because if you don't sign up, then you get in trouble, and I'm not about to like help men get in trouble. So I've got all this going on in my head. I'm like, these men are just getting crapped on. So I walk out of the post office and I hear a voice, a male voice, saying, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm looking around and I'm like, is somebody in trouble? Is somebody struggling? Are they directing this at me? I don't know, but I can't see anybody. sounds like it's coming from the truck that's parked next to my car, but the windows are super tinted, so I couldn't tell. So I walk a little like more up to my car, and I kind of turn and look at the window that's rolled down, and I see a guy's in there. He's about, I don't know, it's so hard to tell ages, maybe 40. He could have been as young as 35. He could have been as old as 45. Probably more likely the 35, but I don't know. So anyway, so he's definitely talking to me. He's like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm good, thank you." Because there is never a time I am not going to be polite and nice to any man. Oh wait, well, I'm nice and polite to everybody, but especially men, because I know how they get treated and they get yelled at and called a creep or whatever. Like, I'm not going to do that, especially just walking out of the post office thinking about my guys in there. They'll get yelled at by the chick who's in her 20s and thinks she's a boss babe, and then they, sign up for the draft, go fight our war. Like, I'm all fired up. I'm ready to like fight for the men. And so this man's talking to me, asking me if I'm okay. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good, thank you." And he's like, "What happened?" Because I walk with a cane. And I said, "Oh, I have MS." Or I might have said multiple sclerosis. Some people don't know. And he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I said, "That's all right. It's fine." And you guys are going to already know. I'm so dumb. I thought he was really asking me these questions, like to know. He's like, "Do you have friends and family to help you out?" And I mean, I kind of don't. I really don't. But I don't like looking like a victim or having people feel sorry for me. I can't stand for people to feel sorry for me. It's like I need to take a shower after I feel like somebody's pitied me. So I said, yeah, I do. And I said, "But you really do find out who your real friends are, when you get diagnosed with something like this." And he said, yeah, it kind of runs off the riffraff. And I said, "Yeah, that's the term I use. I say, hey, it gets rid of the riffraff. At least I know the friends I have are real. Other people walking around, they don't know, till they get diagnosed with something, and then they might know." So we're just having like a friendly back and forth. It's not occurring to me that maybe he asked me if I have friends and family because he's asking me, am I married? And I do not wear an engagement ring. Pardon the nails. The nail polish just started chipping off right away. Probably because I bought cheap nail polish off Amazon, and that's what you get. Anyway, and I don't pay to go get my nails done because I get my hair done instead. Anyways, I looked like this. I was wearing not this baggy shirt. It was a little less homeless, but it was still, I was not looking attractive. I was wearing like older jeans and like a purple, like loose fitting polo shirt. Anyway, so he asked me like, "Do I have friends and family?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and it keeps out the riffraff, and I'm moving to get into my car, but I do move slowly, so he has all this time to talk to me. Finally, he says, "I'm Chris," and I said, "I'm Aaron," and I'm getting in my car, and I said, "Have a good day," or something like that, and he said, "Hope to see you around again." And I was like, oh no, he's been flirting with me this whole time, and I'm just being friendly and nice, and I didn't know. And I could tell he was wanting to ask me for my number. At that point, I finally dawned on me, and I didn't want him to because I didn't want to hurt his feelings and say, actually, I'm involved with somebody, because I think that men are just going to think that's me being dismissive, and it's a lie. So I didn't want it to get to that point. I just wanted it to be a nice, where he didn't get shot down and he didn't get made fun of and nobody disrespected him and he didn't feel like a piece of whatever. I definitely didn't want to make him feel that way. I don't want it, just because I'm involved with somebody, I don't want him to feel like he's not seen, So he said, "I hope I see you around." And I said, "Oh, I'm sure you will." And then I got in the car. And then I looked up. I must move so slowly. And he was out of the car, like by my window. And I was like, "Ha." And he's like, "Oh, I saw the dog," because my dog came with me. And I said, "Oh, yeah, she's a good girl." And then I pulled out and I left. Anyway, so I just really didn't want him to feel like a zero, you know? So I didn't want to have to reject him, because it wouldn't be a rejection of him. It would just be that I am with someone else. But he might think that's a lie, or I'm just saying that, or what have you. And it's just sad. I know too much in my mind of what men are going through and what they've been through. For all I know, I'm the first person he's talked to since the divorce. I don't know. But I don't want to contribute to that pain. So that happened today. And I thought I'd share. So anyway, just a little nugget. I don't know what I'll title this. I'll probably have to rewatch it and be like, what is this even about? But yeah. Anyway, have a good rest of your day. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe. We're up to 760 subscribers. So maybe we can get to 1,000, and then I'll actually make some shorts and we can get monetized. And then I really have to be careful because YouTube hates me. But I figured Pearl's on here. Why can't I be on here? You know? Anyway, thanks for listening, you guys. Bye.